Edo Deputy Governor Right Honorable Comrade Philip Shaibu and im team on 30th September 2024 don carry waka go do check for some big projects where they happen for Benin City. The project will go out to the infrastructure for the city now the ongoing construction of 170-room Radisson Hotel, Edo State Police Command Road, Okada Way and the Museum of West Africa Arts MOOWA. For the Radisson Hotel, the Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu and the team come follow the project manager Engineer Samuel Adeyemi waka around the place. The waka about can show the standard rooms, executive suite, the presidential suite, lobby bar and cafe, ballroom, restaurants, pool bar and gym, gym and spa. Oga Shaibu talk say the work dey go well, but come also advise say make dem meet the deadline and maintain the highest quality for the construction. E still talk say in dey go round to check the major work wey the Obaseki-led administration don do and the ones wey still dey ongoing, so dem go fit gather data and informate wey dem wan hand over to the next administration wey go take over by November 12.
I think the quality of the work so far is good, and there are other things that I've seen that will not be for camera, but so far so good. What is key is that we are going around to check the extent of job we've done, knowing fully well that the lifespan of this administration, from the Obaseki administration, will be expiring November 11, and a new sheriff is already in town waiting to take over November 12. So I'm going around to check all the major jobs that this administration started, and some of them are still on for the purpose of gathering data and gathering all the information to hand over to the next administration. And that is why we are going around all the facilities in Edo State. So we'll be taking almost 2 weeks to do that, so that on-the-spot assessment of every of our projects, both especially those that are still ongoing.
The contractor, Shapuji Palonji Construction Company, for their talk on and say them suppose hand over the first phase of the project by November and the second phase by February 2025. It come also and say the project don't reach 52% completion.
The project has been structured to be completed in phases. We have phase 1, which was supposed to hand over in December. Then the phase 2. Sometime in February next year, which is February 2025. At the moment, we have gotten to about 52% of the completion of the work itself. When you consider the civil, the electrical, mechanical, and all that added together, we have an average of about 52. As you can see during the inspection, we still have a lot of work to do when it comes to finishes. The first phase I mentioned earlier, ground floor, first floor and the third floor, including the external work, the ancillary building. That is the one that we face for completion and partial handover in December. November, sorry, don't be corrected, it's November. Then the other 2 floors with general completion of the work will be February 2025.
For this project, as the work is going on, there's modifications based on design, because we have technical partners with Radisson International. So for every work that we do, it goes back to them for review and approval. So in some areas, because it was an old building, in some areas, when we are working, we find pillars and things like that, we send for a design and we approve. It's correct when it is 170.
The check waka can continue as the team carry waka reach the Edo Police Command Road and Okada Way, where them they do underground and surface drainage work. The contractors for the site can give updates on how the work they go.
That's why you're seeing all these people underground tunnels. Usually you always have problems when it rains and the whole road is flooded. So His Excellency decided to take care of this, and that's what we're trying to do now. As on the level of being owed, we're not being owed. We have been paid, every certificate we have been putting, we are paid immediately. Yes, and the time lapse for the project is supposed to be 18 months. And we started this during the raining season. So for how far we have gotten, we've done really well. It's just been raining. Sometimes you wake up in the one night, before you come to work, it doesn't rain.
So we're looking at
So to be honest with you, we're looking at maybe February. Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Well, everything in okay, we're looking at February. All we need is basically just 3, 4 months of dry weather and all that. Yes, sir. February, that's correct.
The final stop for the Chechek Waka na the Museum of West Africa Art MOOWA, where Oga Shaibu and team for carry the Chechek Waka enter the storage facilities, conservation laboratories, digital production units and archaeology labs. Deputy Governor Shaibu Konya and say,
What I've seen so far, good job, but I really don't believe that this should be here. I don't believe it should be here. This is supposed to be Central Hospital. So I actually made my own point made earlier, but I'm deputy governor, and if the governor feels this is what should be, fine. But what I've just come to check is the extent of work they've done, and they have told me it's about 80% completion. But if you really ask me, my unofficial opinion is that this should be somewhere else, not here, because here is Central Hospital. But in terms of what they've done, with what we have seen, they said it's about 80% completion, fine. And it looks fine, it looks very good. But I have my reservation when it comes to the particular location where it is. You see, when people that are on exile start releasing press releases, I don't think we should talk about them, because we are homeboys. We are here. We are in Edo. So anybody that want to say anything should come to Edo and say it, not to be on exile and you start issuing statements. So I don't think we should make them an issue. What is key is that government must move forward, and that is what we're doing. I've since resumed since after my reinstatement, and I think this issue of reinstatement should be a thing of the past. Nobody should be talking about it. The judgment has been made, and I have resumed. So that is what is key. But the truth is that, can I work with Obaseki? That is where the issues are. So I can work with him. He can work with me. But the office of the deputy governor is not an office under Obaseki. It's a constitutional office. And until we understand the difference between office of the governor and office of the deputy governor and the constitutionality of the two offices, I think it will help us to understand what is happening in Edo State. I am deputy governor, no questioning about that, and the constitution made it clear the role of the governor and the role of the deputy governor. So as it is today, I am the deputy governor. There was never a time that I was not deputy governor. That's what the court said. There was never a time I was not deputy governor. And deputy governor is an elective position. It's not an appointive position. So I have my certificate of return, 2 certificates of return. And so I think that should not be an issue. What is key now is that what have we done? And this project, for the next 1 week, I'll be going around in Edo South. The other week, I'll be going around in Edo Central and Edo North to check what we have done this period. And because a new sheriff is in town, we must hand over to him. So I am doing my work as deputy governor of Edo State, and you can see the governor-elect will do what he wants to do as when he resumes office as the governor of Edo State. My own duty is to discharge my own duty as the deputy governor. And as a deputy governor, I have come to inspect and check what is happening here. And that's what it is. And you can see we went around, we went down that project, and I'm going to have meetings with them administratively. There are issues that we have to discuss about. The Radisson Blue, the administrative issue we need to sort out. The road that we visited, you made some remarks. We are going to have this conversation with the company. So it's work, work and work. The remaining 6 weeks, we have to work and make sure we put everything in place in proper perspective, so that the next, our new sheriff in town will have information of where we are. I'm doing my work as deputy governor and nothing more.
And I am on ground. I'm not on outside. I'm here.
Make una not forget say, as we see am, na so we dey talk am. We no dey take blame. From Benin City, Ekata Ojisele, TMC TV News.